Hi BookTube, it's Peg at the History Shelf. Hope you're all having a great night. I am coming to you with a book haul. A little bit of a different one for me since this is the History Shelf. This one is almost all fiction except for one book. Recently did a little extra shopping trip at hamiltonbook.com, one of my favorite spots to pick up bargain books that are new. And I had some, I don't know, I had some nostalgia for one of my favorite authors that I stopped reading for a while, but for a time there in my 20s and early 30s, I was just obsessed with her. But anyway, with her writing, you know. That sounded weird. Yeah, so I got about, I don't know, about 8 books here that I'd show you guys. And what I want to start with, as I mentioned before in one of my other videos, that I enjoy mysteries and detective thrillers and all that kind of stuff. But one of the series that I follow is Elizabeth George's Inspector Lynley series. And I got a book for Christmas to go towards my goal of I want to have a collection. I'm reading or about to start reading book 4 in the series, and I want to continue going. And wherever I see one of her paperbacks in the series, and it's a steal, I just grab them. So Hamilton Book had two of the Elizabeth George novels with the Inspector Lynley, and I'm not sure which numbers these fall at in the ranking of the series, but I picked up A Place of Hiding, and I got this for like $4.95. And it's, as Steve likes to do on his channel, Steve Donahue, he likes to say, "It's a great paperback. It's all floppy. It's all floppy." He doesn't sound like that, but
Sorry, Steve.
yeah, sorry, Steve. But yeah, it's got a nice binding. Why am I doing this for you? I don't know. And then and this one's a bigger book. This goes to Steve's point that as she was writing the series, she's writing bigger and bigger books. And this one's really a fat book. This is A Traitor to Memory. And as you can see, definitely a bigger book. So this is going to go on my shelf of Elizabeth George mysteries. And just looking forward to continuing the series. Oh wait, I got one more from Hamilton Book. It was 3 of them, but this is a very different version. This was a limited edition put out by I can't read this, Olives, okay, I can't read it, but this is Careless and Read, Elizabeth George. Look at how dramatic that cover is. It's a very squat little book. Again, as you can see, the size of the novels just keep getting bigger. And I know also through Steve's channel, I know I mention him a lot, but he's really the gateway to telling us what new books are on the way. And Elizabeth George has written a memoir about writing, and apparently the book she uses to detail the act of writing was Careless and Read. So yeah. I saw it, and again, it was like a $6.95, $7.95 purchase, and it's in this special edition, limited edition. Oh, it's Harper Perennial, yes, Olive Editions. So, that's pretty cool, huh? And as you can see, the sizing is, yeah, a little bit shorter. Okay, so I got 3 Elizabeth George novels. I'll get this out of the way. And then I move into the author I was talking about that I had a little obsession with for a while at the time I was a wannabe fiction writer, and I love her prolificness, and I've read many of her books. My favorites are Bellefleur, Solstice, and Foxfire. So I think Foxfire's first. Bellefleur is second, and then Solstice. And if anyone out there, I know some of you already know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about, but it is the one and the only Joyce Carol Oates. she's written like a cajillion books, and she's still writing. So I took a break for a while. I just couldn't keep up with her output. I couldn't. But as I got into other things and really started looking at, history and nonfiction more, I took a break from her fiction. But I saw just a ton of books marked down on HamiltonBook.com that I decided, you know what, I'm going to pick up some of these and kind of dip back in and see what I've been missing. So this one I was really intrigued by because it says, as it says right here, Oates' first novel. And this is With Shuddering Fall. It's a very nice little Echo edition. Let me move back on that for you. A little over 300 pages, so that's her first novel. And then, again, these were just, there was no rhyme or reason as to which, Barium books they had. But I picked up this in hardcover. This is a collection for short stories. This is Beautiful Days. And let's see, this came out in, well, not long ago. These books, since she writes so much, they usually tend to go, they get marked down pretty quickly. This is 2018, and it's a collection of short stories. And she does have good short stories. So I got Beautiful Days. Let's see, and then she's known for her, well, she's known to be, she can be kind of dark in her writing, the things that the topics that she tackles, and I mean, some of it could be pretty gruesome and horrific. I couldn't finish Zombie. Zombie was just, it was too gruesome and dark. It's basically her writing as if she's in the mind of a serial killer who is just, it was stomach churning, really, and I couldn't finish it. Very, very small little novel, but it was too much for me. But she does write a lot of suspense things with thriller related short stories, and this one is called Dismember, and there's spaces between Dismember, and this is and other stories of mystery and suspense. So I thought I'd give this another try and see if this maybe it's not as gruesome as some of the other stuff she's written. Just some quick, some short little stories. This came out. This was printed by the Mysterious Press, 2017, and yeah, Mysterious Press. So I got that for like $3.95. Some of them were really marked down. And then this one looked. I just love this cover. This one was printed by Hard Case Crime. That's the publisher's name. And just look at this old-fashioned noir type of cover, like some 60s pulp paperback cover. This is The Triumph of the Spider Monkey. First publication in 40 years. There you go, Steve. Flapping it. I'm flapping it. The definitive edition featuring a never-before collected novella. Yeah. It's quite an intriguing cover, wouldn't you say? So again, I like the prices. I go to Hamilton a lot just to see what they got, and so the price was right on this one as well. This came out, well, originally it was written in 1974, and yeah, so they just, again, 40 years, first publication in 40 years. So I'm kind of interested to see what this was about. Okay, so the final book, actually, I don't know if this is quite fiction. Okay, so I'm wrong. I got two books that are not quite fiction, but kind of. And this includes Joyce Carol Oates. This looked really intriguing. This is called Tales of Two Americas, Stories of Inequality in a Divided Nation. And Joyce Carol Oates is included in here. It says 36 major contemporary writers examine life in a deeply divided America, including Rebecca Solnit, Hector Tobar, Joyce Carol Oates, Edwidge Danticat, Richard Russo, Eula Biss, Karen Russell, and many more. Oh, Gidget's going at it. You know, it always happens. What are you doing? Come here. You want to be on TV? Well, I can't. I got to keep rolling. Got to keep rolling. In Tale of Two Americas, some of the literary world's most exciting writers look beyond numbers and wages to convey what it feels like to live in this divided nation. Their extraordinarily powerful essays and poems demonstrate how boundaries break down when experiences are shared, and that in sharing our stories we can help to alleviate a suffering that touches so many people. So when I read that description, when I was book shopping, I was like, oh, that really appeals to me. This came out, it's Penguin Books, this came out in 2017. So there's a lot. There's Ann Patchett stuff in here. We got, I think they're like little pieces of like nonfiction. Roxane Gay. I mean, it's just there's a lot of big fiction names in here. So, and of course it's got my favorite in there, and I think this one was really marked down. So I was like, I gotta have it. Okay, so that one looks really good. And then the final book I got is just a book of letters by a guy I've been meaning to read. And was waiting for the price to go down on it, and it sure did. And this is a relatively recent book, Life and Culture, Selected Letters of Lionel Trilling, edited by Adam Kirsch. So I recently picked up a New York Review of Books Classics edition of The Liberal Imagination by Lionel Trilling, and I read the review somewhere. There was a book review on these letters, and they said it was just a really great a great read, great kind of introduction to Lionel Trilling as a person, and it was like $7.95 for a hardcover, brand new. So I was like, oh, I'll get it. So there we have it. Those were my my latest shopping excursion. Bargain book shopping. Let me know if you guys have read any of these. I know a very famous booktuber out there is a huge Joyce Carol Oates fan. That's Eric Carl Anderson at his channel. And I just can't believe I walked away with about 5 books of Joyce Carol Oates' stuff for probably $10. It's crazy. Then I got three mysteries, so we're good there. So I guess that's it. I'm probably gonna make another video tomorrow. I've written down a list of my core 2020 books I want to finish. And I'm thinking it might have been too grandiose. I might have to shave off a couple of the books because it seems like every book that I choose is a chunkster. And it's just hard to get a lot of stuff done when obviously, all of us are working, and it's hard. Case in point, I feel like I'm making really good headway on the Margaret Thatcher bio. Don't boo. Don't boo.
Boo is silence.
I'm 125 pages in, like chapter 5. I'm getting there, but, I'm getting there. It's like 800 pages, but every night I'm reading it. And I just want to say another book I'm reading that I'm really enjoying fiction-wise is a book I'm reading for an online book club. It's called The Lost Man by Jane Harper. This is her most recent release. Brand new. She's written a couple of other books. I'm not sure if anyone out there who's watching this channel has read a Jane Harper book. She's written a book called The Dry and Force of Nature. This is reading to me like it's set in the outback, right? But the way she writes it, with weaving in little flashbacks into real time, but it's like set on this ranch now, and it almost feels like a closed room mystery, like an Agatha Christie closed room mystery set in the outback. So this big expanse is really made small in a way in her writing. It's fascinating. As you can see, I'm at about 120 pages away from finishing. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I do enjoy a good thriller or mystery, as you guys know, just to lighten up all the nonfiction and history and stuff that I read. So anyway, I guess I'll wrap this one up. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed the book selections. And I will talk to you guys soon, all right? Take care. Bye.